Hey YouTube, so this week we have something completely different for you. We're going to introduce you to the JKR staff. We actually have a great team here at JKR that makes all this possible. There's no way I'm doing this myself. We have some really awesome people. It'll be a lot of fun to introduce you to them. We have quite a parking lot out here in the afternoons. So we actually have 4 staff members and 1 canine working here. A great team. Let's go meet them. All right, so we're gonna start with Chaise, our facility manager, and he's responsible for everything that goes on here, and he does a lot of different stuff, so I'm gonna let him kind of just tell you all about it. He's been with us 5 years now?
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years, starting out with like a summer internship.
Yeah.
Actually, that was much longer.
No, that was like 10 years ago now.
Right, 5 years full-time just about, right?
Yeah.
So his job has just kept expanding, and he's really important to what we do here, but I'm gonna let him go through all the different details of that.
All right, so I start the week coming in and just assessing what the facility will need and meeting all the demands for all the snakes we have. And we keep about 2,000 snakes altogether in this building, so it's a lot, and it takes a lot to go through and care for everything and make sure everyone has what they need as we go farther into the week before feeding, make sure everybody's clean and watered and well kept. So then another big thing I do here too is I make sure that the facility has all its equipment and needs met every week. So like keeping RepuChip in stock, keeping rodent food, bedding supplies, everything we need for the facility to function properly on a weekly basis, that's on me. And I have to make sure that everything is ordered, everything is kept up to date. And that's a huge deal, because if one part of the chain breaks, the whole bike goes down. So another big part of what I do, and probably my main part of what I do here at JKR, is I do all the shipping. So if you're getting a snake order from us, or a t-shirt or swag order, it's going through my hands before it goes out the door. And you can see I've already got a bunch of stuff prepped today. But at peak times through the year, I'm shipping up to 100 boxes a week. So a lot of my time is spent doing that and getting everything prepped so all of our animals arrive safely to you guys. All right, guys, so that's the gist of what I do here at JKR. And if you want to see more, you can follow me on Instagram at JKRMGR. And you can see kind of what I do more behind the scenes on a weekly basis and get a sneak peek at some of the cool animals that I'm shipping out.
All right, we're here in the rodent room facility with Greg, our top rodent technician. Greg, how long have you been with us? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Greg. I'm apparently a rodent technician. I like the term. I've been with y'all, I think, since November before COVID, and then, good old COVID hit, and I became a little bit more active over here, a little more full-time, and brings us right up to now.
Yeah, well, you have, when you first came in, this room was brand new, like brand new.
Yeah, it looked good.
In fact, it was so clean.
And then
nice.
I got in here.
No, but we never really had a rodent operation like this. We never had someone before you that was dedicated to just making sure the room was successful. And it's been really huge. It's like the most important job we have in a way, because nothing operates without the rodents in the end.
Well, I know I'm important. So.
You've done a fantastic job. So I think everybody wants to kind of know what it's like to work in here and the kind of numbers and the scale that we deal with.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand it off to you and let you tell them all about what you do.
So the wonderful thing about this room is we have the airflow is coming through, and it creates this whole channel. It takes care of the heat, takes care of the smell, but also gives us a layout. When we clean, we can clean in this whole order. Down here we have all of the breeder females. All of these guys are about 1,000, give or take 1,000 females with males in here. The mamas will come out into the maternity tubs. This is where they will get to come in, they can give birth, and then from there, every week I move approximately 2,700 babies from those maternity tubs into these, and then that's where they grow up, and then when we clean, we just reverse the cycle. So every week as we clean, we start with the largest rodents, we move down to the next size down, and that clears those guys for the next size down to move forward all the way back to when we are pulling the babies out of the moms. And that's kind of the end of it. After that, we go through, just cycle the moms, all of the tubs, we refill them with all the ones that have moved over to maternity tubs. And it's that easy of a cycle. It's just time consuming cleaning all these tubs and moving them all down. So if you have any questions about our process, how we do it, how you can adapt it into yours, feel free to reach out. I am on Instagram, I am on Facebook. You can find us under WTG Reptiles, or just send a message to Justin and he can get you in contact with me. So this is Pups. He is probably the best employee here at JKR. He is my supreme helper. Every week he comes in when I'm cleaning, and anything that falls he helps me chase down. He will chase them under a wheel well, and he will bark and he'll let me know that, hey, these rats have gotten out, and occasionally he'll even have to catch a couple. All of these racks were actually built with him in mind. These levels come up high enough for him to run under, find what he needs to, catch it, and then come back. Whole room was oriented towards getting him around to catch the strays. Biggest helper we could have.
All right, so our last employee is Summer. And many of you don't actually know her in person yet because you've seen her a lot online, but she is the reason you're watching this video in the first place. So she came on as our social media director and has completely changed the whole outlook of that. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about what she does.
Yeah, so we put out at least 2 on YouTube videos each week, and then we also are putting out videos on Patreon. So I'm always filming and shooting and editing videos pretty much, and then when I'm not doing that, I am on the Instagram and Facebook and the messages, kind of sorting through things and making sure that it all stays somewhat organized if possible. It's not really that possible, but I try. And yeah, I just otherwise kind of help out and try to keep things going and communicating with everybody.
She's the one who bugs me to actually get the content out to you guys, so huge thank you. Because otherwise, usually we get good spurts of content, and then we'd have long gaps that get burned out. And we've managed, with Summer's help, to find a way to make it more consistent and better quality too. Like the quality's come way up since you started, so that's huge. Kind of a funny story. Summer started with us when we moved to this building, actually cleaning cages. She answered a request I made online for someone who's interested in cleaning cages because she loves snakes, and you have a few of your own.
Yeah.
Good little collection. So she came on with us for that. She worked for, how long did she work for? Like 6 months?
I think a little longer, like maybe almost 9 months, I think.
Okay, cleaning cage, did a great job. And then she left because you had another good offer, and also, I mean, you get burned out.
Yeah, it's hard cleaning the cages, so major props to the people that do that.
Week in, week out, it's very time consuming, and it gets boring after a while. I mean, it just is. But then I found out later that you have all these talents digitally and started using you via remotely for a while, and then now you're working full time. Huge waste of your talents cleaning cages, but such a great honor to have you here and having help, and thank you for everything you give to the community.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I liked cleaning the cages, but I like doing this more, so I'm glad to be doing it. Yeah. So there's a good chance that you may have already spoken with me on one of the JKR pages and not realized it. But if you want to get in touch with me directly and find out more about what I do here, or just chat snakes and reptiles, give me a follow on Instagram at Girl with Scales. I would love to get in touch.
So that's it, guys. That's the crew. That's the thing that makes this all possible. The reality is, if it wasn't for these other people, I'd still be in my little 12 by 20 building to this day, tinkering with a much smaller number of snakes, because there's only so much you can do by yourself. And it's really, really awesome when you can get other people to join the vision, come along the journey, and make something that could never be done otherwise. Appreciate all of them so much, and don't poach my employees. They're really, really good. And I hope you enjoyed these videos. Be sure to like and subscribe, and join us on Friday.